Afternoon and evening, fellow Scramble watchers. Tonight is the final round of the PK Scramble 2026 tournament. I am Static Pulse, and with me is Rocky. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Static. How are you doing?
Well, my internet's better than last night, so always good. Always good.
Yeah, it was a interesting way to watch your race last night, but you got it on and you had a good race, so that's what matters.
Yep, and time is already counting down, so soon we will begin the race. We have Brooke versus Leslie Pro. Leslie Pro, I mostly know him from Ancient Cave, trying his hand at PK Scramble. Brooke, a veteran of the Scramble, one of the tournament winners in the past tournament. It should be a good race.
Yeah. Brooks, amazing runner, like you said, prior tournament champion. So, right,
Winters
Winters.
for our first teleport. That's exactly one check. Right now, our fellow scramblers will be heading up to the top of the hill. They will be, because we have teleport anywhere on, they can teleport inside buildings and dungeons instead of just in the overworld. So we'll be seeing something a little unusual where they will actually get the meteorite check first and then go inside the Liar Exaggerate's house to get the last PK check in there.
Yeah,
We also see our other flag setting tonight. You want to talk about that, Rocky?
yeah, the random enemies, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely interesting. I'm not used to seeing enemies in this early area that actually cause problems. We're so used to just auto bashing through the dogs and crows and things up here. Interesting to see the little slimy thing actually cause some damage. So
Yeah, the generated enemies can be fairly difficult. You never know what they're gonna throw out at you. These ones seem a little rough, but they're still early game enemies. Shouldn't be too much trouble. We'll see if Brooke does the swag exit from the basement here, and she does. It's a pretty easy lineup. You go into that corner right below the door, and then you just move right a little bit, and you'll be perfectly positioned to beta out of that basement.
yeah, yeah, it's really easy, and we're gonna see Leslie not even hit the corner. He's just gonna go for it. So
Hmm. Yep, if you have a good sense of spatial sense, you can also kind of walk to the center of the room. I'm pretty bad at that, so I like taking the extra time to line up.
same. Yeah, I will always hit the lineup.
All right, so we also have the teleport to Happy Happy. I missed the meteorite item, but we
Yeah.
also get the pencil eraser. So we have Tucson access.
Oh, fun reverse twos and walk. It did. We got a T-ball bat, and so we got the copper bracelet by the arcade. So it doesn't look like that's going to be too high level at this point, but we're going to go see some
Mhm.
other checks first. It looks like.
Yeah, it's Winners is a pretty easy one to do. I typically, when I get like a one-off check like that via teleport, usually I like to doing that first before hitting up the library, just in case it's something like, um, got zombie paper. In case it's something like maybe gives me additional information like the police badge, because that might be a hint that you do that early, or maybe it's maybe key to the shack potentially.
Yeah, I'm surprised Bert didn't dip in and raid the presents out of the cultist house there. It's a kind of interesting to see what's in there, especially if it's a little high level. We're not coming back. We can get a couple good items. So
Mm-hmm. And we'll see Leslie doing that. We get a platinum band, so that immediately tells us that this isn't going to be in the four sync logic chain, and more than likely the Franklin badge will be pretty deep too.
yeah, so we saw Paula there in the cabin, and she gave us the shyness book. So interesting set of items we're getting here early on.
Yeah, that Shyness book likely won't come into play, but maybe if we're lucky, we'll see an early Swamp and Hawkeye to go with. We see Brooke going to check out the cultist house right now. The nice thing is that platinum bracelet will be quite a bit of defense at this early stage. Unlikely that you have to worry much about getting KO'd from early logic enemies.
Yeah. All right. Do you have a prediction just going live? Get your channel point guesses in for who will win tonight's race.
Yep. We see Leslie trying to steal from the free item stand. Unfortunately, is taught a lesson by the guard that crime doesn't pay. Meanwhile, Brooke venturing to Tucson with a mushroom on her head.
Yeah, hopefully the controller turns aren't too bad for her.
Yep, going to have to go the long way around. Probably at least get one controller turnaround, but the good thing is we do have that mushroom buyer right outside the cave. So once we get there, yep, there it is.
Yep.
Oh, oh, and
Ooh,
one turned away
unfortunate red
from the
pearl.
UFO. Fortunate. Yeah, these are unlikely to get KO'd unless but it's probably going to be a pretty big time waster. UFOs are typically pretty fast. Leslie taking on the arcade boss, unfortunately, is now crying and going to be missing a lot. But eventually bashes through. Oh wait, no, that was just the doorman. I was confused.
Yeah, it was too. I was like, wait, was that the boss? Nope, that was the doorman. That's a rough doorman.
Yep, and we have more potential mushroom action. Yes, we do. This one more annoying because you have a second boss after this one. So hopefully Leslie doesn't get confused on the next boss, whoever it is. Oh, it's Titanic Ann. I couldn't really see behind the bush. Good thing Leslie still has one rocket left.
Get those punks out of the way at least.
Yep, now it's just time to bash it out and hope we don't feel funky. The nice thing about the, yep, became tame, so that's good. We'll see what the item is here. Lot of bills. Alright, that definitely points to Tucson, for sure, as our intended progression path.
And give us another kid, a couple more potential checks, depending on who's there.
Yeah, with, we can't do anything there, but with the zombie paper, we can even make our way to Saturn Valley.
Yeah, and that was the police badge there that Applicant gave us, so not really helpful.
Nope, not at all. Always fun to get those. We have some angry ants. Mr. Baseball Bat. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's interesting to see if Brooke's going for mice or maybe was hoping that this might be a high-scaled chest.
Yeah.
Either way, it gets KO'd.
Yeah, with no teleport anywhere, you only really need, one mouse, and you can pick that for mines. You can just grab that while you're there. So.
Yeah, it can sometimes be difficult to break the habit. Like we see Brooke here walking down to Oned instead of teleporting out of Ness's house. Sometimes it's easy to forget when you have teleport anywhere on.
Yeah, for sure.
Brooke now doing the arcade quest while Leslie heads to Tucson. So the runners now just kind of retracing each other's steps for the moment. Brooke, you're probably going to have an easier time with this boss.
Yeah, no problem with that door guard. Pass right by. So, yeah, shroom down he goes. Looks like I wonder if we lost static there for a minute.
Yeah, my internet's still not great.
Yeah,
My
it's all
apologies.
right.
I'll probably come in and out throughout the whole broadcast. But we'll see if the mushroomization is. Oh, it turned out well. Managed to get Ant
Yeah,
down with little fuss.
yeah. Both those, all three of these enemies went down, no problem for Brooke with the weapons that she's got. So should get mushroomized. Gonna have to go sell another mushroom, but
I'm just heading straight to the mayor with the mushroom on the head. Seeing the pro mushroom agenda tonight.
yeah. And Leslie has made it to Tucson.
Yeah, we'll see if Leslie remembers to have the cash and food on. I know he has a bunch of brain food lunches, but I
Yeah, it's
haven't
just
seen his dollar amount.
yeah. I'm not sure if he's gotten to the 200 over that 200. We'll see here.
Oh, did have a cookie on hand. Nope,
Nope,
did
nope,
not
nope,
have the
nope.
200. I've done that before. We've all done that before. Forget to have the money for the old Apple Kid.
Yeah, does remember at least that there's that ATM there in the bus station.
Maybe someone knows better than me, since I certainly don't. But does the sequence where the kids get thrown into the 3K, does that cure mushroomization? I assume
I,
so because it cures KO, so it might just be a full heal.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm assuming, I'm guessing that's what she's going for there, is that it's gonna be a full heal and get rid of that mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
As both of our runners are going to be taking the Runaway 5 bus at the same time. Oh yeah, Nana points out a good point. Even if it's not a full heal, if Brooke knows that there is the hospital right there, so she could just run into the hospital real quick.
Yeah, that's true.
And get rid of that mushroom before she goes into the hotel.
Yeah, will we see some science tonight, or will we see the hospital play? I wouldn't be surprised if this, if the getting thrown in the graveyard cave did cure possession and mesmerization, because possession is one of the ailments you could theoretically be suffering from going into that cutscene. But we're just gonna do the sure thing and head into the hospital. Might be a question to ask Brooke later if she comes in for post-race commentary. I was wondering the other day if that was always an insignificant item, or maybe if it was just a good item, but I think that's the turn-in is a random good item, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
So we might see that come into play later. I know Brooke likes to do kind of these one-off item acquisitions that most people don't consider, which can yield interesting things like talking to Paula's mother when you have Paula can get you a good item. I think
Yep.
sometimes even if you pay Orange Kid, you can get a good item out of him sometimes. Usually
Yeah,
I
those.
just get junk, but
Yeah, same. But those two are ones that are kind of more common. Didn't even remember that insignificant item was there in the hospital. So
I've been it's been on my mind because I've been doing some Archipelago lately. It's one of the checks I tend to forget, but we have Jeff now
we do,
and
and Fly Honey.
Fly Honey, so that makes our zombie paper all that much more worthwhile. We could also risk a run at the tent if we feel ready. It's could be in logic, it could be much later in logic, but we see one of my favorite items, the Great Charm. Doesn't look like Brooke puts it on Jeff, but Great Charm, one of my, I guess, favorite items. It mostly because it increases speed, so it's really useful for Jeff and his rockets. Also
Yeah.
protects him from paralyzed, which he cares about more than any other kid. And we have Nessa's Nightmare, so definitely one of those you don't really want to see early, especially with Jeff only having 40 HP and having no PSI shield. And
Oh, and there it goes, Jeff.
you do have that big bottle rocket if you're feeling feeling like you can take it out with that. Brooke hovering over it, thinking, "Oh, I'm feeling strange." I didn't see if Leslie bought any rockets. If Leslie bought a bunch of rockets, he might be in a good position here.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw he was doing some buying. I didn't see everything what that he bought, but Jeff is down on Brooke's side.
Yeah, 1 HP bashes. Yep, Leslie wisely forfeiting out.
Yes.
And everybody gets set to the spawn point here. Ah, thankfully Leslie remembered to set down the zombie paper. Easy to forget that, especially if you had it for a while. So with our racers synced up here at the 16-minute mark, looks like we will have no, just 2 syncs on the board. We'll have the Lilliput Steps and then Milky Well once the racers make their way through Belch Base. So
Yeah.
we might actually have a quick seed tonight.
Yeah, it's possible. We've definitely seen the gambit here in this first round between a 40-minute seed and an hour and 10-minute seed, which the same race, and then yeah, it's been a gambit. So it'll be interesting to see what the matchups are. Tomar, are we announcing what the next flag sets are going to be tonight? Are you letting us
Yep,
know?
he messaged me earlier on the flag set, so I will reveal that at the end of the stream.
Very good.
Provided my internet is still here. Oh, Brooke almost getting caught by that dog. Whoa, that's a lot of dogs. We got the Undead Pet Hotel down here. And who's our boss in the tunnel? We got everyone's favorite sarcophagus guarder, some sort of general guy thing. Oh, did not like that teddy bear.
No, but Guardian General is down.
Yep, with the good equipment on Ness, I don't expect racers to have too much trouble here. It was actually kind of notable that Nightmare really wasn't taking much gruff from either of our racers here, even with the Mr. Baseball bat on.
Yeah, those single hits with that was, you could tell that's going to be a high level fight. So
Grabbing some pizzas to go, you know. Make it easy to go between Mock Pizza and the Saturn Valley Saturns. Oh, we got a big shroom out here. Big shroom alert.
he was apparently not interested in fighting, just wanders
No,
off.
it's fine. Not all shrooms are out to get you.
Good time over kind of watching these runners go through. This is a double elimination tournament. So we will see both of these runners again. The winner is going to go on to face Billet William, or better known as Charles, and Black Sesame Seed. And then the loser is going to end up going down to the danger bracket against Euclid. So a couple of really interesting matches either way, however that turns out. But
Yeah, for sure. I see Leslie took the safer route of unlocking the Saturn Valley location first. Brooke going right for the boss here. Trillion Edge Sprouts, not a problem with our equipment in these levels.
nice stutter step there from Leslie into that teleport.
Player gun, that's a upgrade for Jeff. Always nice to get a decent auto attack weapon for Jeff. Especially if you haven't bought any bottle rockets for him. And our next check, we get Foresight. Oh.
So we unlocked it two ways there, since it unlocked once we defeated the Belch base, and now we don't have to worry about walking to it.
Oh no. Back attack by another shroom.
Instantly shroomed.
Shroom agendas returned yet again. Big Shroom was just letting us off with a warning. But the teleport to Foresight is always nice. It does take a little while to bus or walk over, however you prefer.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, we're going to be walking back. We're going to be going and checking to see what the mines are, what item may be there for us, and
heavily on pokey. That's a little rough here. Unless okay, well, we got the paralyze off. Jeff dead, so the mushroom didn't matter. Kind of just auto battle until we inevitably win.
Well, unfortunate that Jeff doesn't earn any experience points there, but that nice use of that paralyze. So
yeah, we got our first sync. I believe it was stated to be sync 2, so no surprises here about mysterious syncs in between that we may have missed. So with Foresight unlocked, where are we going first, you think? Moonside? Or we going to the Kit Mines?
I'm guessing mines. That's the route that I would normally take. We have a diamond?
I didn't think we
do.
had the diamond.
We do. I'm looking at Leslie's tracker. I wonder if that was what we got out of the meteorite.
Oh, maybe it was.
Maybe looking at where it is placed in that list of items there, I'm guessing that it was. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we were both wrong. We're going to do this first. Sign Banana, so that's sync 3. So that's definitely high up on the list of things to do next. Leslie, uh-oh, but Brooke got caught by the succubus.
Oh no.
Well, time to jam out. Get your... I don't think we have a Jam and Tessie emote, but maybe we should. But if you got any Earth Bus emotes, you can get those out.
Alright, I love the she has the ability to put the oops up on her stream there, so
I know that you never think about it, it's just right there. Especially if you get the signed banana right afterwards.
Yeah, you're just thinking, go out, hang that left, turn upward and go, but gotta make sure we avoid that bus, so.
Oh, the meteorite is at the lab, so Winters will probably be our 4th sync then.
Yeah.
Oh, bazooka. That's a good one to get.
Take a fry pan and a little bit of money.
Alright, well, we got some pretty good information there. Leslie gonna take a nap and then Since Leslie skipped the sync, I'm going to guess he will be on his way to Fourside. Brooke, I imagine, yep, probably going to turn in that signed banana. You do get a key item at the end of the sync, so it's fairly high up there on the list of syncs to do. I know some people like to do syncs, like to put off syncs until either they have Paula or either close to the end of the seed to do them.
Yeah, but I like doing this one. And, you know, like you said, we get that extra item here, so. And right now we're still looking for 2 items. We still need the key to the cabin to get Paula, and we're gonna need bubblegum. So um, definitely want to grab the items that we can right away.
For sure. With how strong the nightmare was at the tent, that might not have something. Might not have either of our items. We'll see if we might have to go back if this is maybe a crazy logic seed or not. Oh no, we got Starman Jr. I hate seeing this guy. He's never good to see in Ancient Cave. He's not good to see here, especially without any Paula to help you out here.
$118. Ouch. We do see Leslie Pro following Brooke into the sewers.
Yep, Leslie not far behind. Managed to avoid the bus. We shall see how Leslie deals with the Junior Starman. And key to the cabin from here, so that's good. Can go grab Paula.
And so now kind of the question is, where is our bubblegum? Is it at the tent? Is it at the Brooklyn Park? As both of those are open for us.
We also have Moonside and the caves too. We can peek the the mines, excuse me. We can peek the mines before we do it, so we can figure out if that's worth it or not. Moonside's not too long, and you can skip that first enemy in that room sometimes, depending on where it is, but it can also be a good check for figuring out whether you're in logic or not. And fighting the Berglund Park boss is pretty quick. Regardless, you just teleport there and it's a quick walk down. So all of them it'd be the longest to walk to the mines, but
yeah. But at least there, like you said, you know what you're getting right before you go in. So
yep, you don't have to worry so much about completing the entire mines if it's not something you're interested in getting. I think that we did find that one vital capsule. That's a good chunk of HP for Paula, who already has as much as Jeff. So she's fairly high level for... So she must have been quite deep in logic.
yeah, and I saw Brooke transferred the platinum band over to Paula there, so
Yep, going to finish up this first sync. Now that we have Paula, no need to really not do them. We're gonna have to come back and do it anyway. We're already in the location, so. Leslie doesn't have a nice armband for Paula, but does have a shiny red ribbon. Pretty good defensive gear for Paula.
even the bears are running away from us at this point, so should be a pretty quick fight here.
And yes, this is the third sync. We believe Rainy Circle will be sync 4 because the meteorite piece is at Andonut's lab. Leslie has that information, but Brooke does not. So if Leslie does find, say, key to the shack, then he knows that he can get a 5 sync win. Whereas Brooke may not necessarily know that, or if she sees, say, key to the shack or something well, may or may not prioritize it.
Yeah, we got Storyman Deluxe here. As we
We always have we always have PSI shield for any star storms he throws out.
All right, so yeah, that's not the path. That's okay. Now we know.
Now we know. We learned. Going immediately for the other tent. He's going to hop from hard boss to hard boss and hope we can plow through one of them. But the good thing is we do have PSI shield, which should help us against the nightmare pretty significantly.
And doing decent damage, not taking too much damage there. So yeah, it gets by. Nice job. You know, he's Starman Deluxe on Leslie's side. Leslie's trying to push through, but
Yogurt dispenser. Well, Brooke chased that. Going back to fourth side, but could be maybe
yeah, now we're down.
Side. Nope. Heading over to where the mate is, so we're gonna see a Monotoli here. Leslie's still hoping to take out the big man, DX himself.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end of it there for Leslie. That.
Well, if you're lucky, one more freeze will do it. If not,
nope.
Yeah, hopefully, yep. Leslie deciding not to. Never mind. Well, now on Nightmare.
Yeah, was thinking about
footsteps.
Yeah, it looked like they were thinking about maybe heading to Moonside or the mines, but
Faked us out. And there we go. We got the shield down. Meanwhile, we have Thunder over on Brooke's side with Carpenter.
yeah, that first freeze did like 240 damage or something, so Brooke switched to auto for a couple rounds, and that was enough.
And we got Pooh. All right. Got our fourth kid here.
We got a couple key items here, which will be interesting to see what we get.
And we get two, one from Pooh itself, and Monkey Invitation. Will they go down the path of Monkey Invitation?
Monkey Invitation and Franklin badge there, so.
Oh, the Franklin badge was there. Okay, interesting. That's if Brooke goes for a Geigus finish, that will give her a leg up. Brooke heading in here, interestingly, having gotten the platinum band from the chest there, kind of interested in seeing her go for this. Leslie did defeat the Nightmare. Might be on his way to Monotoli. Or maybe, going to Monotoli.
Monotoli.
Nope.
Oh, or not.
Oh, nope. Oh, maybe.
It's Leslie, a fake out all around.
Now this is interesting. I wonder what this will yield for Brooke. Because at least by my logic, this seems like it would be a little far out of the way, at least with a platinum band, as platinum band type scaling.
Right.
But
No, I agree.
UFO engine. Yep. Oh wait, I
Yeah,
don't know if you're ever happy to see the UFO engine.
I don't think so. I think I'm chasing the foresight items. Yeah, checking mines, checking moonside before I worry about monkey invitation or that UFO engine. But we'll see what Brooke chooses to do here.
Is going for the monkeys. I will say that the desert at least has added value. If you have both the monkey invitation, because you can bounce from one to the other. You can take care of both checks in the desert at the same time.
Got slingshots and bottle rockets. Not too much there.
Yeah, Monkey Cave is both an item and a teleport. Just takes a while to get through. It's burned me a couple times. I'm not a fan of the monkeys.
Yeah, same.
I will still do the monkeys sometimes in the hope that everyone else hates monkeys as much as I do, so that I can get a leg up. It's maybe done. It's maybe worked out for me once doing that.
Monkeys just tend to hate me. They just give them their items like here. They're just gonna sit there and not let me through. And
All right, Leslie heading back to Foresight. We might see a Moonside play here. Maybe thinking with seeing that Franklin badge that maybe thinking like, oh, then maybe that's a little out of typical Forsync logic. Maybe I'll go check out Moonside before following that lead.
ooh, nice double beam there for Jeff.
T-Rex bam.
Bat.
All right.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's usually into Forsync logic right there. All right, we get Eraser. No bubblegum, and that's Delam, I think. Get the classic butt here from Leslie. Brooke now going to check out Moonside. Neither, actually, was that a Delam from the monkey?
I don't know.
I thought it said Delam, but Brooke didn't follow up on it. Though without the carrot key, it might not be terribly high value.
No, it's not the carrot key. It's just a gamble on what moo training might be for you.
Yeah, because it's either going to be a teddy bear or the buff bird, which we like seeing buff bird, but we mean he definitely could be a liability for Gygus.
Yeah.
Leslie getting caught by a painting going for that present. So having done, even with the eraser, I'm going to guess that Brooke will not follow that up even after getting the bubble gum either which way.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm hoping that maybe at least it'll push, push her down that way, so she goes and gets that meteorite piece. And
Yeah, Brooke did not get the meteorite hint. No J Tomar. Leslie did. So that's how we kind of know, because the meteorite piece is at Endonet's lab, so that's why we're thinking that Rainy Circle will be logical force sync.
Yeah, and we're quickly running out of checks where that bubblegum can be to get us down there. So
Yeah, some of these other checks they did, or Brooke did, had been like another sanctuary key item that would have been pretty useful, but it didn't really pan out that way so far.
no, and so here we're seeing just how high level Brooke is. Brooke got into uh, Moonside 20 seconds maybe behind, and is coming out 5 to 10 seconds ahead here. So really just shows
They're both a
the
gun.
level. Yeah.
Captain Strong drops a fresh egg. Vanilla.
Get your Tessie emotes ready. We're gonna have double Tessie right here.
Yep, Leslie Pro going right after winner's teleport, knowing the meteorite piece is waiting for him at the lab. Stopping at the shop first for some Tessie snacks. Actually, this isn't too bad. The caveman shop can have decent items in it. Yes, the winner's teleport was from Buzz Buzz. It was one of our first ones.
All vehicles percentage. Yeah, just about. Burke at least has the UFO engine, so could go take it and get to the last two tele modes of transportation there.
Mm-hmm. And now time for even more Tessies. Blessed by double Tessie the seed. Remember to stretch and stay hydrated. After all, Tessie stretches his neck out every day for Bubble Monkey and friends.
Oh, can you even imagine Tomar if we have to go all the way to the submarine?
I don't know what seed world we'd be living in at that point. I
No,
don't want to see it.
we at that point we're gonna blame. We're gonna say Tomar rolled an 8 sink by accident.
No, this is no. See,
More.
that's just the Chargle's agenda talking right there. Going for 8 sinks or some other villainous nonsense.
Charles has been sad that we haven't had an opportunity for a 6 sink yet this round. So
Yeah, with all the extra key items Brooke has, I wonder if she might try fishing for a Sync 5. But I don't know what else we really have left to do that would yield a key item except maybe mines. We still haven't checked that out.
yeah, we have mines and we have eraser. Um, not that we want to do that, but it is an item. But yes, here is logical fourth sink.
Yeah, we also have, although unlikely, Birdman Park Boss could have something.
True.
I'd say it's fairly unlikely just because of how strong it was.
Yeah, I kind of wrote off Brooklyn Park because of the strength, but
It's
oh,
also
and
possible either mood training or the Starmaster might have a underworld teleport.
yeah, we see Leslie forgetting that they have eraser and didn't actually have to go through the maze here. Could have just bypassed it unless they were just coming in trying to loot these presents.
Yeah, if you're we still haven't found any OK pendants, although neither of our racers have really checked out a lot of shops recently. So with Gygas coming up, they may be feeling a little under geared, perhaps. Oh, almost got caught by that bear. Almost got caught by another. Oh, we're gonna get caught by the mushroom. He
Yeah.
bonked.
Oh, got a
Oh,
nice
no,
green
never
swirl,
mind.
though, so...
Things are thing. Brooke grabbing the meteorite piece and immediately leaving.
Not even checking to see the shop there.
Not even checking the alien base. After all that work she did to get that eraser. I'm just saying. Brooke now checking these chests will now see that Bazooka was sitting here, or not. Never mind. Oh, but
Yeah,
we
Brooke
haven't checked the triple Saturn here. Life Noodles, Red Ribbon, Stag Beetle. Nothing amazing. I don't think they have a lot of repels either. I think Brooke got one.
maybe... Yeah, I was gonna say, I think
Probably
we've
Leslie.
only seen one.
It's a little low for a cave to the for ancient. Blech. Cave to the past.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell Leslie's straight up in go mode, not checking stuff, coming in to just check. Pick up items. We do have Horns of Life in here at least.
Yeah, make sure you not bother, not even thinking about the OK pendants. I'm not gonna fish around for those. So we're gonna go in pendantless and hope those horns of life will see us through. Get a nice flame pendant. Not that it's gonna be. They could have equipped it before this boss, but just clumsy robot. Just paralyze them and be on your way. All right, is this underworld? Probably redundant though. 3, yep.
Agreed, yeah.
There's
Game
always
says I
that
gave you
one. Oh, there's our
a nice,
DX. Okay,
yeah,
we
nice
got
DX
enough.
there. Yeah, the game's pretty much saying, look, I gave you plenty of options to go hunt for a fifth tank. It's just not going to be an easy one, so no more gifts for you right now.
Yeah, it's either Summer's teleport, Mood Training teleport, or Alien Bases. Or Mines. No one went to the Mines.
Or mines, yep.
Or probably not Berglund Park, but maybe. That's probably like,
I'd say Brooklyn Park's probably 7th or 8th, the way that
yeah.
the deluxe was hitting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if maybe Berglund Park might have had like Carrot Key or something. Like a late game Carrot Key.
Yeah.
Nice handbag strap.
Get your last second guesses in here for the Gygas assistant.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mark down everyone we've met, so I can't even make an informed decision. I'm gonna say Everdread. That's my guess. Lock it in. Did we already see Everdread? Dang it. It's Electrospectre!
Right.
Wow, what an annoying one.
Yeah. It's like
I guess we have Franklin badge, but man, it's not going to be quick to take him down. We did save that big bottle rocket. Maybe it'll be enough. Going full out offense. 1, 11. We did get that reflect though.
Oh, it was enough though. We're on to phase
well.
2.
Oh right, Leslie Pro still has to do this sync up here. I totally forgot. He put off some of the syncs.
Yeah, I forgot that they hadn't done this one. I thought that they were closer than they were, obviously, here, so...
Alright, well we got Brain Shock, so this will follows it's really hard to tell what status effects they got, but I know Paula got paralyzed, which isn't great if everybody else goes down. She won't be able to use any items.
I think we were maybe feeling strange there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like Jeff is strange, and maybe even Ness too. That Pooh is crying. No, Jeff is crying. I think everybody else is crying. Never mind. It's hard to see with that window color.
Yeah.
Okay, but if we can keep the guy gets confused, we might just have a chance. We're on the final phases.
Yeah, that brain shock hitting right away and working right away really helped because Gygas just not throwing stuff at us now. So we see Leslie
And we
taking
get
on
a dead
heavily on
turn.
Pokey.
Oh, we got another Tessie. Triple Tessie seed. Imagine that. Man, Brooke, are you listening to me? You gotta be truthful here. No, I'm just kidding. That wouldn't happen. Another dead turn. Man, this is nice guy, I guess. Leslie teleporting back to Saturn Valley will likely follow in Brooke's footsteps to challenge Gygas next. Oh, we got a freeze though. That's Jeff down. No solidifies.
Hey, now at least we can see their statuses there.
Yep, now we can see. Alright, Gygas going after himself. Kid's able to heal up. Nope, we get another freeze though. That's Pooh down.
Maybe depending on who next. I know that he cast a life up there on Pooh, so it's possible Pooh will survive this. Nope.
No.
Rolled off just too late.
Yep. Oh no, we got another hit. Oh no, Ness and Paul are paralyzed. There's no reviving now. Oh no. This is getting close, folks. Gotta pray for that confusion to come through. We got a couple more left.
Spicy guy gets here.
It's another empty turn. I don't know if Ness healed himself or not. Oh, you only got two more though. Okay, we did heal Ness. Oh no.
Oh, we're okay. We're okay.
Okay, we're good unless there's a free solidify next round. I think we're good.
Yeah, we didn't hit hard enough to knock either one of them down.
And there we go.
So, and there it is.
It was all going good until it went almost horribly wrong.
Yeah, get your GGs in for Brooke as she will take the round 1 matchup. And like I said, she will ends up moving on to take on Chargal. So we'll have a round 2 matchup between two former champions here. So.
Okay, well, this seed was at least a sub-hour, so that was good. I don't know if Leslie got any body armor, but
Yeah, Leslie did a little bit of shopping there, so didn't see 100% what he bought, but he did at least do a little bit of shopping, so he might be a little bit better off.
I did see a night pendant on Paula, so I may not have seen any OK pendants at the shop. Saturn Valley was a little early for the regular Saturn shops to have any.
Yeah, the OK pendants are definitely one thing we never saw, so. Right, official race time .gg finish of 54 minutes 11 seconds.
All right, congratulations. All right. If you'd like to come in for an interview there, Brooke, feel free to hop in. All right. Otherwise, we can maybe find out where this fifth sync item was hiding. I think Leslie used the big bottle rocket earlier, so he might not have an easy answer to Electro Spectre here.
Yeah.
And we are joined by Brooke. Hello.
GG's.
Thank you. That was such a stupid run.
What was this tiny ruby? Okay.
Yeah, we're watching the skill go by, trying to figure out what logic might have been for our fifth sync, but it was deep and it was weird. So yeah, that was quite a seed.
I mean,
Okay, it
Hawkeye
looks
gave
like
5th and 6th. Or, yeah.
Yeah, the it looks like might have been Tiny Ruby to Cherokee. But so Brooke, how do you feel about the seed? There was a lot of running around there at the end trying to find where that meteorite piece was hiding.
Yeah, I was just about to check the hint for it. That was literally the last thing I was gonna do before I checked it.
Yeah, so one interesting thing is that Leslie did that the first time he visited Saturn Valley, so we knew in commentary where it was. So it
Yeah,
was very
I figured
interesting.
because I was looking for a sanctuary as well, like I may as well just do checks until I find it.
Yes. And speaking of guessing games, what do you think the next round flag sets are? What's one of them you're thinking of? What are you hoping to see?
I mean, I know what it is.
Oh,
So-
dang it, Omar! You ruined the mojo. We got random start, accelerated enemy shuffle, and return mice. There I was. I'll find out for the big reveal, and then all the races got scheduled immediately.
Tolmar being Tolmar. The randomized start is always a fun one. Definitely adds a little different twist into it. So, but yeah, Brooke, you're going to be up against Shargles in the next round. So, what are your thoughts on that matchup?
I'm probably gonna lose if I play it like I did this one. So maybe I should practice a bit.
Yeah. Without the hints, it really was kind of a merry-go-round of where it could have been, right? Because you had like 4 separate checks of where it could have been or something. You had Everdread, you had the tent. You did open up Dalam, which could have been a teleport to Underworld. You had mines, which no one checked the mines actually, interestingly. You had at the time Moonside, so you had a couple different options, and sometimes in these randomizers it's just, you know, maybe whoever gets lucky and checks the right one first, or what. Can't say you did anything logically right or wrong. Anything could have been.
Yeah, I think that was fine. I just did some weird stuff, made some weird mistakes, I think.
Oh. Hello, sorry, my internet went out.
Fair. I don't necessarily think there were mistakes. I just think that the way that the seed was opened up, because you didn't have that hint, and I don't even know that would matter. Right? You were kind of chasing the things that were open. So and when you got to that point where you didn't know where it was, there was so many one-off checks where it could have been. I think you made some good choices with your forfeits when you, especially when like, you got up against Starman Deluxe there, and he was so strong. So
Yeah, when I saw that Ness was only doing like 30 damage with a bash, I was like, there's no way. There's no way I'm doing that.
Yeah, actually, I thought it was kind of interesting that you did go back to do the Cult HQ because you pulled a platinum bracelet out of there, and I was thinking, man, that's a pretty high scale for that location.
I couldn't really remember how high Platinum Band is, because, I mean, the thing is, it's not that good of an item, so I think it is actually quite high scale, but I don't think of it as being a high item.
That's fair. Usually, how I remember, it's like gold is usually about where Force Sync ends ish. I guess J Tolmar could probably chime in with where Platinum Band really is on the power scale, so to speak. But yeah, actually, everybody was kind of rooting for you to go to Monkey Cave. Like, yeah, there's 2 checks there. It'd be a good thing to do. And you went and did it. I was expecting you to go to mines afterwards, actually. But
Nah.
no mines, never mines.
No. Not unless I have to. It's just so long.
So had the meteorite piece not been there, would have you considered doing Stonehenge since you had Eraser?
I think if it wasn't there, I would have saved and then checked the meteorite hint just to see where it was.
Fair enough.
So that way I can death walk back if it is there.
Yeah, and you had already gotten most of the points that set the warp out of the way after taking the bus.
Yeah.
See, we had 2 buses, a Tessie. All we needed was a submarine somehow, and you also had the UFO engine. You could have taken that too.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, if I found a hieroglyph copy somewhere, I could take the UFO engine to Summers, boat to Scarab, submarine to Deep Darkness, and it's every vehicle.
Oh, and Leslie has defeated Gygus, so GG's to him. Once the death sequence plays out, we'll get the racetime.gg time for him. But yeah, with that early Platinum Band and that early Mr. Baseball Bat, it seemed like it was a fairly easy opening, aside from the Mushroom Agenda.
Yeah.
So there were quite a few mushroomizations on both ends today.
It's funny because getting the Mr. Baseball Bat, I was just doing that so I could get Exit Mice because I forgot that it was teleport anywhere.
Yeah,
so
we
if I
figured
had remembered that, I wouldn't have gotten the good weapon early.
Yeah,
We
we all
figured there's a
do that. We all make that mistake.
Yeah, we figured there's a couple points that you had forgotten because like you walked out of Nessa's house at one point instead of just warping back down, and
Yeah.
so. But like we said, it's just such muscle memory since you teleport anywhere is not a common flag set for us. So.
But we are joined by Leslie Pro, who finished with a racetime.gg time of 1:02:42. How are you doing?
Doing well, GG Brooke. Well, I can't say this wasn't without putting in a good amount of practice, because I certainly was putting in practice offline, just y'all weren't saying it. But the proof is in the pudding. I was definitely practicing this one.
Yes, you were doing fairly well. You and Brooke were fairly close at several points.
Oh, that's good to know. It's just unfortunate that I wish I had kept that platinum band, because that would have been good defense. And I'm like, you idiot.
Yeah, so one interesting thing you did that Brooke did not was that you got the meteorite hint early. So while Brooke was trying to dig out a key item, unbeknownst to her, which was the pack of bubble gum, you kind of already knew what you were looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Because because the hint in Saturn Valley said it would have been embarrassing if I left that in my lab, and I laughed at him because you know what? Who hasn't left something important behind on a trip before?
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point I knew I just need pack of bubble gum because that gives me my fourth sank, and it would give me four and got oogie, but the one problem with that, I didn't find a single OK pendant the entire seed.
Yeah, that made for
Yeah,
a
me either.
very interesting fight.
Yeah, that made
Had
for
like
a
one
sketchy
pendant.
guy, just so I'm like, you know what? I just gotta go for it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and it almost ended poorly for you, Brooke. Two kids, both paralyzed. Two
Yeah.
prayers left.
Yeah, I loaded up on Horns of Life, but then I didn't end up being able to use any of them.
Yeah, same here. Jeff down, other two kids paralyzed. I had to get a brain shock off, otherwise I had no chance.
Practicing those ancient cave strats.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
got the
remembering Ancient Cave. And yeah, that's also why I threw Brain Shock at Gygus, because I knew Spectre started with a Psychic Shield of some variety.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to use that to try and leverage that to get rid of it. And thankfully, it only needed the one to get rid of, which was nice. You know, instead of using just 3 moves, it only went in one. So that was nice.
Yeah, I got the brain shock off, but Gygus didn't hit himself very often. It was a lot of freezes pointed my way.
Thankfully, you didn't have any solidifies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one seed in practice where I had 3 solidifies and only Paula left standing. That was a sketchy one. Oh boy.
Yeah. So, any other notes you had about the seed there, Leslie?
Certainly could have had me lost in the sauce if I didn't stay true to it. I had a couple of vibe checks not work out, like Berglund Park. I vibe checked that, and I'm like, nope, not gonna waste my time. I had a couple of those throughout the seed where I didn't think I was gonna win. I just folded the hand and opted not to spend the resources. Would have been
Yep,
nice
you
to have seen what was at
both.
Berglund Park, because that probably would have been some good stuff. But we'll never know now, will we?
Yep, both you and Brooke bounced off Everdread, the Everdread fight. You both tried to challenge Nightmare right away, bounced off that. You were both doing pretty similar things at similar times.
That must have
So-
made for good entertainment, so I'm glad to know that my practice definitely paid off.
Yeah, for sure.
In fact, speaking of practice, earlier today I played a seed that was super jet and I wound up finishing it in 45 minutes. Why couldn't the actual race seed been that nice? All I'm gonna say.
This was definitely seemed to be one of the faster ones we've had.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, I see we've got a matchup for round 2 scheduled, because I've got a
Yep.
ping for that in Discord. I'm just gonna
Yep,
take
that's
a look at
right.
that real
We
quick.
got random start to celebrate an enemy shuffle and return mice.
And you were
So
up
that
against
will be
Euclid, so
another
Gonna
good
have
race.
to work for
Yeah.
that. The only other thing that I have this week is an SM Rat tournament match on Thursday. So, well, I'm gonna have to practice a bit for that because, well, practice pays off, and I think this race proved it for me without a shadow of a
Mhm.
doubt.
yeah. I think most of the races I imagine will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like they were this week. Give everybody will take a couple days to get a few practice seeds in before we start seeing them go. So, but yeah, it's pretty typical for kind of these early rounds for the Scramble tournament. So.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
good to get the practice in, no doubt about it, because you can find yourself in different situations. It's too bad that the Shyness book didn't prove to be useful for this particular seed, but hey, every seed's different. That's part of the fun of it.
I feel like the Shyness book is one of those that shows up early and then never gets used fairly frequently.
Yeah, but when it does, you get 2 sanctuaries as a result. So when that happens, it's really nice.
Yeah, it was behind Everdred, I think, or the Berglund Park boss, which was I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. Not this seed.
Yeah, there'll be another seed where that comes up. Heck, I'd a practice seed even go through a Stonehenge. So with these randomizer seeds, folks, anything is possible.
For sure. Any last thoughts before we close it off?
GG's, Brooke. Once again, another stellar race. It seems like whether it's this Boogie Percent or Ancient Cave, we're always putting on excellent races, and that's really fun to see. In fact, you were finishing right as I was heading to Gygas, so I'm like, you know what? I did okay. I did pretty good,
Yeah.
but I still
Yeah,
got to work
good.
at it. I can
Alright.
beat Brooke.
GG.
Yep. GG's to both our runners. You want
Yes,
to
GG's.
close it out there, Rocky?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, like I said, we obviously don't have any scheduling yet for round 2. Keep your eyes peeled to the Earthbound Super Series for all of our races coming up over the next number of weeks as we move through the tournament. Big thank you to Tomar for putting on the restream tonight. And for those who aren't aware, new to our community, Tomar is also the creator of the randomizer. So we always show all the love to Tomar for everything that he does for us. But yeah, big thank to Static Pulse for doing commentary with me tonight, and we will see you next week sometime. Have a great night, everyone.
Yes.
Good night,
and
everybody.
GG's.
Stay safe, and if you got caught in the blizzard, stay warm. That's what I've been doing all day.
Alright, I don't think I went out too much, did I?
No, maybe there was maybe just 3 or 4 times that I noticed that you were completely gone. So,
Alright, at least it was better.
yeah, yeah. I don't
I
know.
probably
My
should
computer.
I probably should upload my